Howdy, folks. Welcome back to NiteBites, our special inauguration edition. And I'm your host, Clark Guerin.
And I'm your co-host, Denise Oliver.
And before we took our break, we were talking about how Barack managed to get inspiration to succeed. And I'm just having trouble seeing where he got that. It seems to me it came more from within than without. He had he grew up in a family, actually the parents of his white mother, who, as he said in his speech on race, would make racial statements that he had trouble with. And that certainly couldn't have been very inspirational.
Right.
And yet he managed to find his way back to become a leader in the black community, back to become a community organizer. And I don't know that that was a role model that he got from anybody else. It seems to me that that was just maybe something that he was just divinely picked to do, which probably surprises you coming from me.
Yeah, I mean, and it could well be. I mean, obviously he's a special person. Obviously he's a 1 in a million or 1 in a billion man. Yeah. Okay, that's not really the point. The point is that, for example, when people say, oh, well, now that Barack Obama is president, now, you know, we can do away with like affirmative action. Or
that's my line.
Yeah. or there is no need for anything like that. Why? Because Barack Obama made it? Barack Obama is an exceptional person. What about...
But he proves that a black man, this is still primarily not a black country. Blacks are still a minority. What are you, about 10, 15%?
Yeah.
There is no way that he could have won the election just by the support of his community. He had to get other people to support him. He had to get members of the dominant culture to support him. And let's be honest, we'll be straight. As a white person, if I am looking at two candidates for president, all things being equal, I'll probably select the white one.
Exactly.
But the point is that I don't mind admitting, I voted for Barack. I live in Nevada, so I even went to the trouble to go to Nevada to vote for him, where my vote counted, unlike you people in California, where he won so big your vote didn't mean anything.
Well, I appreciate that, but you just made my point for me. You voted for him, but if two candidates are equal, you would have voted for the white man.
But I voted for him because he was better.
Exactly.
And that's the whole point, that we don't need affirmative action, because if a black person is the better candidate, a better candidate for the job or whatever, they will be hired.
But
that's why there's nothing but blacks in the NBA. They're the better candidate.
No. Because why should they have to be better? Why can't they just be as good? Or why do they have to be so far superior? Why do they have to be 10 times better? Barack Obama and John McCain, there isn't even a comparison. They're like apples and oranges. He's like a gazillion times better than John McCain.
Well, John McCain might not agree with that.
Well, John McCain can't even carry Barack Obama's suitcase as far as I'm concerned, okay? So, and still, he got 47% of the popular vote, which is ridiculous. Who would vote for this man over Barack Obama? That right in and of itself tells you that, yes, this country, as far as we have not gone far enough, because a man like Barack Obama, when going up against John McCain, is still going to lose 47% of the vote. That tells you right there, yes, we still do need affirmative action, because all things being equal, the black man will never get the right
shake. Do you
shake.
think the 47% who voted for John McCain voted because they were voting against a black man?
I think they voted because all things being equal, which is what they perceived, which is what you just said, they chose the white man.
But don't you think, and this is really one of our big problems, don't you think the main reason they voted for John McCain instead of Barack Obama is because John McCain is against abortion and Barack Obama is in favor of it?
No, I don't think really that abortion is going to sway that many votes.
Oh, it did. Yeah, you're really wrong about that.
I don't agree with that.
I saw this guy, it was on Larry King. I saw this guy, Ben Stein, who's a very brilliant man. He was on with...
When Ben Stein's money, that guy?
Yeah, and he was on with Robert Rubin, the former Treasury of the Secretary under Clinton. And they were discussing economics and so on, and Rubin kept on saying, you know, Ben, you agree a lot more with us than you do with McCain. Why don't you come over and join us? And his answer, which he didn't have time to think, it was got the, oh, well, I'm pro-life. I could never go for somebody who was pro-choice, no matter what else was going on. Now, here's a guy who's into economics. He's bright, he's intelligent, but he's a single-issue voter.
I think he's a liar.
What? So you think that what he was really saying, I won't vote for him because he's black.
Exactly. And that was that was a linchpin that he hung his opinion on, was abortion. Come on now. Listen, I'm a Christian. I don't believe in killing babies, but I'm pro-choice. Okay? So obviously, I don't want someone to just willy-nilly go out and start slaughtering unborn kids, but I want them to have the choice. So I don't think that was really a decisive factor. I believe that it was racial. I do, to a large extent. Maybe not everybody, but I think that a lot more people should have voted for Barack Obama and would have had he not been black, which is why we still need affirmative action.
Well, I think I agree with you, there was probably a certain number of people who voted for McCain because he was white and Barack was black. But I really think that the much bigger segment was a group of our electorate who vote only on the issue of abortion, and they care, and religion, and they care about absolutely nothing else.
And that was maybe 25% of the people that voted. Where'd the other 22% come from?
I think it was bigger than that. I mean, those are the 27% who still love George W. Bush in spite of everything. So I agree there's some racism. I don't think that it is as extensive as you do. I think there were an awful lot of people who voted for something else. But it's interesting that that's how you perceive it. But you know, I still question I think affirmative action probably needs to change a little bit. And we'll talk about that after the break, so please stay with us.